Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. We're doing what we do best today. Buying and selling, trading. A lot of ball talk, people. It's the midweek. Let's do it. Oh, the Mets are still losing. Didier Fuentes.
Mark Vientos?
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented by the Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. Fanatics Markets available now on the app stores. Checking in. I'm Jake Storielli, friend of Jimmy O'Brien, who's now Jomboy, this international sensation. Along our travels, we linked up with twin stalwart, Philly walk-off legend. It's Trevor Plouffe, people. Versatile by the end. Rob Scirocco's producing. Dalt's assembling the sheet. And we're cooking today, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Jakey boy. I kind of like the ep today. A lot of we're going to get to talk about our favorite division, some of our favorite young players, some teams that maybe need a pep talk or two. And that's what we kind of specialize in, is getting these people off the floor, soaring to new heights again. But really, we're just going to yuck ball and kind of get everyone caught up on what's going on now that we are 24 games into the season.
What's that math come out to? Is that
18%?
18% or so?
I don't know. I threw that out.
Feels high. I would say 13%, 15%.
Somebody get on the math.
Dalt's on it. We're rounding up to 15.
15%.
We're rounding up to 15, 14.8.
Right in the middle.
And some teams have played less or more.
Why do you look like you're trying to be inconspicuous on the streets of New York right now? Trying to blend in?
Me, officer. No, dude, it got cold again in New York, which is just tragic. Happens every year, and people probably see the memes online and stuff, and New York City weather, fake spring, real summer, back to dead of winter. It's happened again. It's rainy and 40, which is just the worst conditions. That was kind of going on at Fenway last night.
Every park, every game I was watching last night, people were cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like everyone got a tease of the warm. And now we're back in it. It's April 22nd. So, busted out my signature trench. Is this a trench coat? Wool?
I don't know.
Peacoat. Yeah. Pico de Gallo. We're going to talk baseball because we do a lot better at that than pretty much everything else. Although we try everything else. We sure do. People did our sagging / pants convo from last episode. That was good.
What did we talk about?
I was talking about people that just don't wear their pants.
And I said that, you got to have a butt to keep your pants up.
You sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did say that.
You know what? That's a good rule for guys is, don't just work out the upper body. Get some squats. And you got to have a little shelf there. Chicks like that as well.
You got to have a game plan back there. You don't want to be no button it. All right, we're doing buying and selling. We're going to go through. We've got some divisional topics like Coach mentioned. A little bit more of a topical episode. The whole idea around Wednesdays, a different way to skin the cats of some of the big topics in baseball right now. And like you said, Trev, we're going to start off with our favorite division, America's division, the National League Central, that right now, I think we had hopes for a lot of these teams, but with baseball, you expect someone to sputter out of the gate. You expect something to go wrong. Right now, the last place Pittsburgh Pirates are 13-10, which if you had told Pirates fans, hey, you guys are going to be 13-10 to start the year, everyone would, yes, thank Gord. Brewers 13-9, Cardinals and Cubs tied at 14-9, and the Cincinnati Reds are 16-8. They're on a little bit of a win streak, 4 straight games, dominant in every column. I do think the conversation starts with them. That I guess have the Reds changed how you've thought about them, and the buy and sell part of this is Will 4 teams finish above 500 in the NL Central?
It seems like a lot. I'm pretty disappointed in you doing the standings. You know that's a me
Yeah, that's
thing.
my bad.
Yeah, 13-6 for the Reds in April. That's a 684 winning percentage, Coach. That's pretty outrageous. Now, I guess, what question are you going for here? Are we buying the Reds start? Well, you should probably start there. The 4 teams over 500 in the NL Central seems unrealistic to me. It doesn't happen very often. I know Dalt has it on the sheet the last time it did, if you want to read that.
Yeah, the last time. Nice assist there.
I see you looking at the sheet.
Young Chris Paul over there. Last time an entire division finished 500 or better was the 2005 NL East. Who could forget? There has never been a division where every team finished the season with more wins than losses. So the NL Central has a little history with this. 2018 and 2008, 4 teams have done it. So again, it's a once in a blue moon type situation, and with this expanded wild card and more teams trying to hit that kind of 84 slot, maybe we'll see more of this going forward. But right now, the NL Central, and dude, this whole crop of teams, kind of outside of the Cardinals, had real hopes for this year. That everyone's got the good juice right now.
Well, there are 3 playoff teams last year. Let's not forget about that.
Nice, Trev.
Well, I'm just saying, this isn't some division that just out of nowhere. Like they had the most teams in the playoffs last year. One of them being our Reds. The Reds are an interesting case to me to start the year because I want to believe in them a ton, Coach. And what we said about the Reds during the offseason coming into the year was they needed a hit. Like if they could find some offense, that they were going to do it. And they found a few guys, but by and large, this offense has been the same. It hasn't been very good. Like they are not scoring in bunches. They're just not, but they're finding ways to win games. The pitching has been incredible. The starters have kept them in games. The bullpen has been great. They're winning close games. They're doing all those things, all while having 2 consistent hitters in the lineup right now, one being a rookie in Sal Stewart, who looks incredible. Like this is your Miami guy.
Yeah.
You see him going yard here in Tampa. He also made a really nice catch in one of these games where he just kind of like, it was him, the second baseman, and the right fielder, and he just took it over. He looks the part. Elias had a really nice start to the year. Nobody else has. Nobody. Gino with the 700 OPS or sub 700 OPS. Brian Hayes, who I just love, has a 305 OPS right now. Matt McClain, who I circled, he's got to be better. He's got to be the guy. 586. So they're not getting offense from everyone. They're just getting barely enough. Whether it's timely clutch hitting a la the Guardians, they're getting the hits when they need to, but their offense really hasn't been there. It's been the pitching that's kept them in. So I am a little skeptical about this pace, but they kind of did the same thing last year and made the playoffs. So I am buying the Reds. I think they do have a chance to continue to climb on the offensive front, and the pitching is good. We know that's going to be there all year. Plus a little Hunter Green at the back end of the year, possibly. So I am buying the Reds, if you're asking me.
Yeah, I think the Reds are the trickiest team right now, because if I told you Hunter Green was going to be out till midseason, if I told you Andrew Abbott would have an ERA near 6, if I told you Brady Singer would be right behind him, you'd be, and I told you they were 30th in batting average, 30th in bullpen walks, feels like a bad recipe. But a lot of that's Connor Phillips, who has a 1.93 ERA. The bullpen has been amazing that they have a formula right now. Whether it's Phillips, Ashcraft, Mull, Brock Burke, Santillan, Saladin, as Joe's McFly calls him, Emilio and his pagan ways. It's okay, we've got a bullpen. Chase Burns and Rhett Lauder are leading the rotation. So what does that feel like? The red flags are kind of crazy, but maybe it's the Cincinnati Red Flags. Sure, your bullpen shouldn't be walking guys, but it's not hurting you. The offense, you want to see more. Someone's got to. But yeah, if you wanted to play devil's advocate, this is the easiest team to do it on because it feels like another shoe should drop. But maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know? Tito and Sal Stewart, what do they talk about?
I don't know. He's with Napoli. Sal Stewart's with Napoli.
Okay.
You're hanging out all the time. Yeah.
Okay. You stay over here, buddy.
Basically, they just played the Twins, and it seemed like when I was watching them, this is kind of like a microcosm of the season. They just keep the game close and like score off the bullpen. It's kind of like what they've done. Scoring over 4 runs for them has been very difficult. I looked it up. I think it's 6 times on the year they've done that. They've just kept games close and have gotten the clutch hits, man. Like it really does remind me of Guardians baseball right now with the caveat that they do have. Well, I mean, what do the Guardians have? A couple guys that can bang the ball around and some clutch hitting. It really is the Guardians. So 2 Ohio teams doing it the same exact way. And Tito connection. I'm in. I'm in on the Reds.
Craft up the Ohio baseball shirt. This episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. The MLB season is here, not to mention NBA and NHL yoffs. Even the World Cup is coming this summer. Hearing a lot about that. That you're going to want that SeatGeek promo code at the end of this. But first, let me tell you, they're the #1 rated ticketing app. That's good. That's real good. 35 million downloads on SeatGeek, and it's MLB's official ticket marketplace. So green means good, red means bad. You now know how to use the app. So download it and use code TALKIN2026. That's 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. 10% off any tickets with promo code TALKIN2026. Download the SeatGeek app, upload it, save that 10%, TALKIN2026 with SeatGeek. The weird part of this exercise, like the Cubs and Brewers, which were viewed as 2 NL competitors this year, everything's kind of a tier below the Dodgers. In a way, they've checked their boxes to start the year. The Cubs are on a 7-game winner. Yes. Like, okay, they're happening. The Brewers had a 6-game loser. They're still 13-9. So outside of their losing streak, 13-3, quick math by me. They're like the 2 contenders of the Central. They've gotten off to a good start. And the Pirates, who I wasn't steering the ship, if you will, but a lot of people were like, I think this could be the year. And you could still say that for them. That, I don't know, man. I think if it was buying or selling, and I remember doing a little bit of this in our TPPs, if you give me 4 out of 5 to be above 500, I'll buy. Like, I think this division has it.
Oof. It's such a long season, man. But you know what these teams do have? Like, if you're talking about, I think the Cubs and the Brewers are going to be there. So now we need 2 of these other teams. And I just said I'm kind of buying into the Reds. And if you're talking about the Reds, the Pirates have a similar formula. Like, they're going to throw the baseball, and that's going to keep them in games. O'Neal Cruz has found his stroke against lefties. It's a sight to behold. The guys they brought in, like B. Lau, is he the best offseason acquisition so far this year? Like, every time I see him when I watch the Pirates game, he's getting the knock. He's doing it. He's the guy. He's
raising the cone.
Yeah, they love the cone, and I do like the welder's helmet. Like,
welder's helmet's sick.
I like the welder's helmet.
And the first time I saw it on O'Neal Cruz, I was like, "Wow, you're the last person in the world I'd want to fight right now." Like, dude,
why,
dude? 6'7" with a welder's helmet on? Like, I'm good on that.
Yeah, that does seem like something out of a horror movie.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's been a horror movie for teams facing the Pirates this year. Shut up, Chris Rose.
Yeah, so again, like I guess I am buying the 4 teams over 500 because I like the Reds formula, and I guess the Pirates formula is not too dissimilar from that as well. Like we know our starting pitching is going to keep us. There it is.
My God,
there's the welder's helmet.
That's right out of what's
that
Hostile?
Is a freaky looking thing.
Ooh.
It's because they're steel workers.
I mean, look at this. Is this not baseball? We've got 6'7", is O'Neal Cruz Dominican? Yeah, he was on Team DR. A 6'7" Dominican man with a cone behind him wearing a welder's mask. This is baseball.
B-Lau, 975 OPS, getting on base at a 375. He's hitting homers. He already has 7 on the year. Like what? Like this guy just hits homers. That's what he does. He might be one of the most underrated players in the game.
Hey, man,
second base, a constant 30 home run threat.
When he plays, he hits. He's had a little bit of an injury history. Yeah. And hey, Ryan O'Hearn, another big ad for that team. He's been fantastic for them as well. The Pirates, when you look at their team stats, you mentioned the pitching. Like, yes, that's there, and we hoped for that and thought it was possible. The offense has been a top 10 offense right now that statistically, compared to a couple of the other, like, if you just looked at the little team profile rankings on Fangraphs and you did the Pirates next to the Reds, you'd say, well, the Pirates, give me that all day. Yeah. And currently it's the difference between, 2.5 games. So it is one of those dramatic early season things. But if these teams continue, although I think I just saw a little Pirates Cardinals end of April 4-game set. Buckle up, people. Playoff ball.
It could be. Also, Spencer Horowitz needs a little bit of love here.
Oh, my guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's been coming up clutch for them. Yeah, so buying Pirate stock. Already bought my Red stock. And then Brewers and Cubs, I guess, are they're the teams that we expect to be there. By the way, Bryce Terang has just been nuts. I hate mentioning him because one of our, employees.
You've ruined it for the whole company.
Yeah.
You've ruined it for the whole company.
But he is going nuts.
It's
like he's in the MVP conversation right now.
Yeah, Terang's been fantastic. He's been getting outshined by Horner. You got T-Jacks at our company mad at you for referencing Terang's looks. And I'll just say this on the way out. Don't let the Cardinals stay hot.
We got to talk.
Jordan Walker's been. You're talking about giving Terang the MVP. Give it to Jordan Walker.
That's they're just different players.
They're a little different. Yeah,
they're a little bit different.
They're a little different.
Man. It's fun to watch the Cardinals because it does look like they are out there just kind of having a good time. Much different look to them than last year on the field. A little bit more vibrancy when you watch the Cardinals play. I guess you can call it loose. I don't know if that's a great term for it, but they do look like they're out there trying to prove something. When you have a young roster like that, that's kind of what it is, man. You got young guys trying to establish themselves, and kind of right now things are going their way. That's a fun type of baseball to watch. They've locked down late in games when they've had the lead, 11-0 after the 8th inning. The defense has been there. That's a big reason why they can do that. It's just, you're right about Jordan Walker. Some swing adjustments there. Weatherholtz held his own out there for them. And then they've got some starting pitching going. We've mentioned McGreevy a bunch on this show. He's looked great for them. But are you buying, I guess, that's kind of the segment here. I don't know if you're buying long term.
I could buy them being 500. Like I don't know if the Cardinals are going to be a big factor in the season, but also like you kind of have to give a comma when you say that now, because if you think a team is going to be 500, that means they're going to be a part of this season. Like that means with a week of games left, if they go 6-1, you might make the dance. Riley O'Brien as their closer, one of the breakout players this year, 31 years old, has an argument for being the best closer in baseball so far this season. Yeah, I mean, I'm not all in, but Trev, what you were just saying. Half of their lineups have all their starters are 27 and under. Like they're letting the boys play. And right now that recipe is working for them. And hey, we've been pretty snarky about some of the Central divisions the past couple years. This one's a pretty good one. The Dalt was just pointing the Fangraphs playoff odds. the given day, it changes every day just with how close these divisions are. But if you like that, even I was looking at the Baseball Reference ones too. They're all over the map because all of these teams currently have a path.
So our initial question was
buying or selling
more teams over 500 in the division.
I'm buying. Sell it.
I don't know, man.
Pirates and Cardinals.
I'm right on the fence of buying.
Sell it.
Like, I need a better price on it, I think.
Yeah, you always do.
I'm going to wait for the spring sale to come around. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the Cardinals right underneath, Pirates right underneath. That's what I'm going to say.
Man, and there's, again, some quick hitters on the way out, like the Cubbies with the best two-strike approach in baseball this year by quality at bat metrics. Yeah, like when you look at their lineup, that's exactly what you'd think. The Brewers, top 5 in stolen bases and on-base percentage. Yep, we saw some of that last year. Cardinals 11-0 when entering the 8th inning. Shout out Riley O'Brien. And the Reds are just winning everything. That. Let's see where the NL Central leads us. Go East, young man.
Oh,
they've never really said that. It's pretty standard to say go West.
We already here.
We landed here.
Yeah, like we didn't need it. There was no, you couldn't go East. That was back to where we came from.
Wild West, bro.
Dude, Wild West is.
I could get into that. Someone comment below if you've got a book or something about the Wild West.
It's a gnarly thing to think about. They had no idea what was that way.
No
They
idea.
Kept going, and then imagine you're saying, I'm gonna go west, and first you hit the Appalachian Mountains,
right?
Oldest mountain range in the world.
Nice.
And then you're just on the plains of the Midwest, and you're like, what is this? It's really dusty here. What the hell am I gonna do?
This is what we're doing. It's just plains.
It's just it's hot. It's really flat, and then all of a sudden it's not flat anymore, and you got the Rockies. What are you supposed to do? You start eating each other. That's what happens when you go to the Rockies, and then finally you make your way to the most beautiful place in the world, Arizona.
Oh, spin zone.
Just kidding, California.
Lake Tahoe.
Let's stay out east.
Through the mountains. Yeah, so now that you guys know the history of our country, today's episode is sponsored by Joy Mode. Endurance athletes don't talk about this, but heavy training can quietly impact sexual performance. Long cardio, high cortisol, and poor sleep all hit the same systems that control blood flow and hormones. When circulation drops, performance drops. Joy Mode was created because Big Pharma was pushing too many men to prescriptions they didn't need, and most guys didn't know there was a natural solution. Joy Mode supports nitric oxide production, which can naturally help improve circulation. No forcing, no overrides. 83% of men taking Joy Mode daily notice a boost in sexual performance, and 73% of men using the product notice a positive effect with no prior ED symptoms. Tear open a sachet, mix it in 6 to 8 ounces of water like an electrolyte packet, and you're good to go. If you want to support sexual performance the same way you support training and recovery, naturally and intelligently, Joy Mode has a deal for our listeners. Go to tryjoymode.com/talkin or enter Talkin at checkout for 20% off. Joy Mode, the pre-workout for your blood flow. Buying or selling, the Braves will win the NL East. So, for our Mets fans, this is how we're going to cover your guys' stink for this conversation because you guys still need to be talked about. And I have a passionate Mets speech that they kind of blew again last night, so I can't. The other thing is they keep covering up the Phillies, who are 8-15.
You had a positive spin on the Mets?
Yeah, I have a whole speech. I gave it to Robbie Tesaro, who does our warehouse challenges, warehouse games videos. It was the end of the day at the office, only a couple bodies left. You know I was here. And I was just like, let me paint a picture. It's June 1st. The Mets get back to 500. The vibes are up. The boys are bopping. It's the opposite of every Mets script ever. Like, the Mets could finally be the dead man walking in a good way. They could be the zombie Mariners from a few years. Like, everyone's writing them off. It's April 22nd.
It feels like a bad party, dude.
But oh my God, does it feel bad? And after what they did last night, I can't give you that. I cannot give you that.
It feels like maybe you hung out like with your friends too often and you're trying to do it again and you're all together and nobody really feels like partying. Nobody really feels like doing anything, but you're all together. So like somebody's trying to, kind of like get the group going. That'd probably be you. To be honest, like you're that guy, but nobody's in the mood. Everyone just wants to go home. That's what it feels like, man. Like last night when Lindor hits that homer and they take the picture, like in a construction outfit, which I'm not into. This one just doesn't feel legit. Marcus Semien wanted no part of that. If you can get that highlight up, Rob, you're a stud. I know you can. Watch how fast he tries to get out of that picture.
Oh, wow. Body language.
It just seems like nobody's like stoked to be there. I'm sorry. That's the vibes I get. And Mets fans, I know right now you're all agreeing with me.
Well, Trev, what if I told you the 7-16 Mets that you compared to a group of people not wanting to be around together anymore? The fighting Phillies, I mean, look at that.
He's already trying to get out of there.
Lindor, Carson Bench. He's not facing the right way in the picture, which is a bad start for us. And by the way, Marcus Semien came from a Rangers clubhouse that supposedly didn't have the best vibes. Do with that what you want.
Okay.
Trev, let's get away from the Mets because the Philadelphia Phillies are one game better. They're 8-15. They have a 7-game losing streak and the worst run differential in baseball. So this conversation is led in by the Braves look quacktastic, 16-8. They're top 5 in offense. They're top 2 in offense. They're top 2 in pitching. And it feels like the young guy, like Drake Baldwin, has joined the party. Chris Rose is asking you crazy questions about him. Mauricio Dubon and Dom Smith finding the fountain of youth in that Braves foundation, along with the guys on the Braves that you expect to be brave like the Braves. I mean, their division lead is real. It's 5 games over the Marlins and the Nats, which we expected the other 2 teams to be involved with this. Is it a wrap? Could this be that good of a start and also such a bad start for the other 2 teams?
So I believe in this Brave start. I truly do. I mean, the roster is a very, very good roster. We've known that. They dealt with injuries last year, and that's kind of why we didn't write them off early on. We felt like that stank was still on them early on, preseason. A lot of people getting hurt, especially to the rotation. And, that's like my biggest thing. I need to see a good rotation out there. Well, the rotation's been fantastic. They've been fantastic. That's kind of answered like the only question we had about these Braves. And I guess like, can some of these guys like step it up in the lineup? But like that lineup is deep. It's strong. Drake Baldwin is showing that he is legit and he's going to be considered one of the top hitting catchers in all of baseball. That's the cheat code, people. I always say that. Olsen's been great. Harris has been great. Albies. All these guys have really stepped up this year, but it's been the rotation, I think, that surprised a lot of people. Bryce Elder continues to do his thing. There was an article early on by Mark Bowman talking about Elder and kind of like hanging out with Greg Maddux. I thought that was really cool, and it's another instance of like, well, this makes a ton of sense. Maddux was like, you need to throw a cutter, and Bryce Elder wanted a couple pitches to kind of go away from each other. So now he's throwing the changeup going this way, the cutter going that way. So he's got 5 pitches now, and it's just been – he's been great, man. So they've been able to, withstand some of these injuries to the staff. I saw a freaking Peter Moylan report on Spencer Strider last night, who was dealing for the Gwinnett Braves. They might not be the Gwinnett Braves.
Gwinnett Stripers, I
Stripers,
believe.
yeah. Velo sitting at 96, touched 98. So, like, they're going to get Spencer Strider back. And, like, this team's legit. Like, I'm buying that the 16-8 start is real. Like this, we wrote them off too fast before the season.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to double check with Bobby and Dalt. I think I tried to buy myself some Brave stock by the end of the year because, I had Spencer Strider competing for the Cy Young, which it's looking like that might not happen, but he might be pitching meaningful innings. Dude, also, like, I don't know, Sean Murphy's on the IL, where at one point he was pretty high up on that catcher.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're going to do.
Right. Ha-Sung Kim, remember? He was supposed to be their shortstop, and he's going to be out for a chunk of the season. That these Braves have, like, Ronald hasn't really gotten going yet, and I think he will. That, yeah, it feels like a team that's been waiting to feel good emotions for 2 years is starting to feel them, while the other teams are feeling the worst emotions.
I bought stock last year at 0-7. Lost money on that. Unless I held it the entire time. Do I still get to hold it through this year?
I think you lost that.
I lost that. Okay.
Rob?
Another reason I'm in is, you have your guys. You need them to step up. I just mentioned who they are. They've been doing great, but it's the length of your lineup, the bench, guys that are kind of quote unquote role players, man. Like Mauricio Dubon's been fantastic. You mentioned Dom Smith and kind of the legend that he's creating down there. Some massive swings. He's got I believe he lost his mother early on in the season, and kind of, playing for her. He's got, like, I hate saying that, but it seems like he's playing inspired baseball right now.
Sure.
And so you're going through this lineup and you're like, where does it stop? Because you're right. Yeah, like Acuna really hasn't got it going. Even Austin Riley is, not playing up to his standard. So if those guys, which again, like, they have track records, it becomes a very formidable lineup. The bullpen's been great, and starting pitching has answered all the questions, plus reinforcements on the way. You got to be into the Braves.
Bob?
During TPPs, Trev had the over at 88.5. Jake, you had the under, but you regret it.
Oh, all right.
That's such a cop out.
Fantastic.
That's in my notes.
That's
Jake
a cop
has the
out.
under, and he regrets it.
God damn it! Why did I ask to check? Oh,
yes, and Kyle Farmer.
What about our playoff picks? Let me keep digging my own grave here, because I thought I was in on that. I thought I was brave like the Braves. Maybe I wasn't.
Well, I must have had the Braves, and if I had them over 88 wins.
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
We get a lot happens between over/under season and us picking the playoffs. Much. It's a grind. I guess Phillies, the Mets, we kind of talked about, and it's been the storyline. And hey, get Soto back, win a game, and we'll start talking recipes. The Phillies, again, dude, if the Mets were playing 500 ball right now, all of the Mets segments would be about the Phillies. They've been almost as bad.
I think there is a lot of chatter about the Phillies right now.
There's chatter.
No doubt about it. And if I was to tell Philly fans, hey, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber are going to have OPSs in the 9s, and Justin Crawford is going to be approaching 800 to start the year, you'd be like, oh, this is great. We're going to be crushing it. Problem is, like, literally nobody else on that offense is doing anything. And it's just, it seems like that. There's not a lot of clutch happening with the Phillies. Honestly, not a lot of, there's been opportunities, but they just haven't been able to cash it in. And even Harper, who has had a really good start to the year, the times I've watched him come up, I'm going to probably digging myself graves. I haven't watched every single Phillies game, obviously. Sure. The times I've seen him come up, it hasn't been great in those situations. I'm not blaming Harper. I'm just saying it seems to me like they are squandering chances whenever I watch them.
Zach Wheeler supposed to come back. But yeah, like you're saying, the offensive stats are weird. Jimmy and Shelfie tag teamed a stat that the Phillies have the least amount of innings scored in, I believe, or multiple times scoring in a game. Shelfie said that he's like, yeah, the Phillies will score early and then the offense shuts down. Jimmy, the supercomputer, started processing, and I believe he looked at teams scoring in multiple innings a game, and the Phillies were by far the worst. So it's a little bit of the itis. Dalton, Rob, I saw you guys cooking.
Yes. So from our MLB predictions, you have the Braves making the wild card.
Yep.
Trev has the Mets winning the East and the Phillies making the wild card. No Braves.
Yeah, that's crazy. If I had them over 88 wins, just a lot of.
It's a tough NL. Look at the Central.
Jolly said they were going to win the division, and he says the first time I've ever said that out loud, and he got me.
He's been
back. They have Wheeler coming back is big, obviously, for the Phillies. I'm curious. It's got to be Taiwan out, right? He's had some big time struggles.
Yes. There were some loud boos in Philadelphia when he was getting knocked around.
And as I'm looking at their stats right now, Sanchez looks like it's just been phenomenal with the 1.5, but that's kind of where it stops.
Yeah.
Luzardo's had a couple blow-ups. Whip. He's been giving up hits, finding his way to get out of jams, apparently. Okay.
Man, it's a lot of NL. Can we jump over to what I know? It's American League Baseball. I grew up, pitchers didn't hit. Okay. Trev, buying or selling? Oh, did we buy or sell? I guess I'm buying the Braves winning the division. I think it's Jover.
On April 22nd, I'm buying the Braves winning the division. I reserve the right to change my mind.
Oh, we got the video now.
He gets out of this picture.
Benj, Simeon. Okay.
He wanted no part of that.
It's a quick exit. I mean, the smile's pretty big there.
Maybe I misread it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to pile on Jolly like my Twins admin did.
Oh, boy.
Things that you can get by the dozen.
Buying or selling? The reigning ALCS teams, the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays, will both miss the playoffs in 2026. The Blue Jays offense this year, after being first in average, first in on base, third in OPS. So far, eighth in average, still kind of good, but 19th in OPS, 20th in OBP. And they've had a ton of injuries. They're one of the teams, I think them, Houston, a couple others can really point to the injuries and be like, yeah, man, what if you're missing your 1, your 3, your 5 hitter in a whole rotation, you should feel that. That has the Blue Jays off to a 10-13 start. The Mariners, 10-15. A couple days ago, I think they were 10-13, and it was kind of like, we're talking about some of those things. 10-15 starts to feel a little more significant. The West has nobody pulling away. But, man, they are struggling in close games. Again, glass half full, glass half empty. Cal Raleigh is not going to start this season. Naylor got off to a brutal start. Julio traditionally starts slow. I guess where are you at with both these teams, Coach?
I'm still in on the Blue Jays. You mentioned the injuries. Like that's they need their guys back. They need Springer. They need Kirk. It seems like they're about to make a change in the back end of their bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, who had been, if memory serves me correctly, pretty good to start the year and then had 2 bad outings and then another one last night where Louis Varland came in and on the first pitch he threw induced a double play to get out of the inning. 1 pitch, 2 outs when your closer's struggling, that might signal to me that it's Louis V time there. So that could change things around. But yeah, again, like I think it's too early to write the Blue Jays off. If they get healthy or when they get healthy, I'm still in on them. And 10-13 is not some crazy record. I think they end up making the playoffs. I'm I'm pretty positive of that. They're not going to be so bad. The base running has been bad for them. 8 negative base running plays. That should stop. And we'll see what they do with the bullpen. We'll see what they do with the bullpen. Hoffman struggled last year too during the regular season, right? And then he kind of found it during the postseason.
Yeah, I think he gave up the most home runs, and a lot of those came later in the year. That it opened up the conversation a little bit more. The other thing they probably like about your guy Louis Varland, 0 ERA. That works.
Yeah,
that works. They've had some issues down there. They need to get some bodies back. I know Savage throwing in the minors, building himself back up. And then, dude, missing Kirk.
Kirk's a big one.
I believe in catchers, and Alejandro Kirk, especially what he does defensively, matters. Barger, we're comparing him to Chipper Jones light. Maybe I was, and maybe that was
crazy.
Maybe that was dramatic. And dude, how about maybe it's simple as George Springer, who was top 5 MVP last year? That was gonna be hard to replicate. We knew that coming into the season. The stats that he put up last year were pretty outrageous. Agree, but you'd also like to have a chance to replicate it. And if he's out of the lineup, you can't. Like big old Eloy Jimenez in the middle of that Blue Jays lineup right now. Watch out. Watch your lips. Do you have Mariners concerns?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I think it's a slow start offensively. I think this offense is better, obviously better than they've shown, but I think we'll pick it up. Cal Raleigh's not going to be a 600 OPS guy. Josh Naylor's not going to be a 500 OPS guy. It's cold. I'm waiting for these guys to heat up. I think you got to give them a month to get the offense going. And if it still looks like this, then we can have some concerns. But they also have the recipe that I like. They have the starting pitching. I know Munoz has had some blow-ups. It hasn't been great for him to start the year, but I believe in the bullpen as well. Even the guy that brought over, Ferrer, he's had some tough outings as well. So, the pitching is going to be there. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. And I also believe in the offense too. I think it's just a slow start for them. So I'm not buying that both these teams are going to miss the playoffs. In fact, I think both of them will make the playoffs.
I like that. Update, one of my Mets buddies, Ed, who we haven't texted since January 2nd. He just texted me, tell Jolly just to pack it up and close shop. Every Mets fan needs to attend therapy and stop all purchases of gear and tickets. He keeps going. Some of the words I can't say, but Mets fans are in the dark place.
Everyone's mad at Mendoza, but Stearns has got to have a talking to, right? He's the one that puts the roster together. And some of these moves, you go back and I was like, all right, well, a change was needed. The guys they brought in, but then when you really start thinking about it and seeing the product on the field, everyone's at a different position. I think Eno put this, a paragraph about them out saying, actually, the defense hasn't been the problem. And the way they wanted to kind of shore up these guys' defense that they brought over was put them at easier positions. So Bichette goes to third base, right. Polanco goes to first base, and and that was supposed to kind of be it. And they've been okay. I believe they've converted the most ground balls into outs, so that's not the problem. But is that gonna be there all year? I don't know. Some of the additions to me now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, in theory they work, but now that I'm seeing them on the field, I don't know, man.
That's going mental side, I think there's something to sometimes if you're playing a new defensive position, I do think that can leak into offense. I don't know. I'd have to do some actual case studies on that, but I think there's a little bit of that. I think they're just everything right now. Win one
the back
game
end of the bullpen, Devin Williams right now just seems like a different type of guy than we saw in Milwaukee. That's just the bottom line. Jimmy and I were talking about it last night, a 2-pitch pitcher. It's really tough to be that in the big leagues, man. It's really tough. You had some trajectory stuff going on, which I think it honestly is a massive topic in the game right now. That you being able to see his airbender and just like, oh, that's all it is. If you can see that pitch 50 times before you go out there, like it's different than not being able to replicate that pitch. You can do it now on your trajectory system. Obviously not on the road, but like maybe you saw it before you left in anticipation. Even just taking pitches against it, just seeing the movement changes things. Not to mention, it seems like a lot of teams have his pitches, so there's issues there. There's some deep-rooted issues with the Mets right now.
I think that's a good final statement. I took us away from Mariners Blue Jays. That's on me because Ed texted me. Good checking in, Ed. Sorry you're sad. I agree with you on the Mariners. I think it's a little bit divisional, that the fact that no one seems to be clicking. Houston, who I was kind of trying to talk myself into, their pitching is just horrendous. The Texas Rangers, I do like the talent, and I'm still in on them. But, like, I don't know. I think it's just a slow start. And if you're the Mariners, you can also – you've had a couple slow starts. You've seen Julio on tape delay every year. That, like, you know that's coming, basically. That, you know, Cal will be better. Naylor will be better. That you're right. I don't think Mariners fans should be worried. I do think the Blue Jays. I think I said it all off season, and Blue Jay fans thought it was rooted in Yankee stuff. They had a little bit of magic last year, and
they had a lot of magic last year.
Okay, like I
did.
I agree with that, but it sounds worse coming from me that with this amount of injuries, it's just like right now the back end of the rotation is Corbin, Lauer, and Scherzer. So hey, I guess Toronto fans, like I was saying before,
that's what I'm saying. Your Savage comes back. That's a difference maker. You still need to find some innings back there, which I think you can, with what they have. But that's a big one. Figuring out the back end of your bullpen, big one. The offense has always been a little bit of smoke and mirrors. Like I know the whole contact thing. We played it up. David Popkins, best hitting strategist in all of baseball. Like I'm down for that. Ernie Clement was insane in the playoffs last year. And I think that was like a big part of their run. Can't expect that every single year. And George Springer is another one that I'm circling. Like that seemed like a outrageous kind of outlier for him. And now, he's on the IL and when he was here, not producing like didn't he have a 9-something OPS last year? I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah,
people.
man. I think
959 in 140 games is crazy.
It's a little crazy.
Unsustainable?
Didn't seem sustainable, which I would say unsustainable. I think that's how that works. Today's episode is sponsored by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Life's a trip, so why not make the most of it? With over 4,000 hotels worldwide, Best Western is there for every detour, destination, and unexpected turn along the way. A great stay isn't just about where you sleep, it's about where the journey takes you next. And when you stay 3 nights at Best Western, you'll receive a $50 gift card to use on your next stay. Best Western just gets it, people. Traveling is not one size fits all. So whether you're looking for the next great adventure, time to unwind, or making memories with friends and family, Best Western helps you achieve your travel goals. It doesn't matter if you're going solo with your friends or the whole roster, Best Western has you covered. Pack your bag, queue up the playlist, and book more of what matters most. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com. Trev, our last one on the way out, because we did a lot of team stuff. Originally, we were kind of like wanted to highlight dudes this episode, and then we took it broader than that to try to bring more teams into the mix. I'll just let you talk about this guy, because if you want to talk about this guy anytime you want, I'll let you go.
Oh, you're talking about McGonigle. That's my guy, a young hitter that I'm buying. We talked about it early on, like first series of the year. Forget spring training, because that's a lot can happen in spring training. First series of the year when they're playing against the Padres, it looked right, man. He had a great first game, going 4 for 5. He had like an 11 or 12 pitch at bat that he ended up winning, and you and I both said it just looks like he's just so hitterish, man. Like the swing. I believe what I said was, it looks like this is a swing that like he developed on his own. This isn't like I'm in a lab swing whatsoever. It just looks like a hitterish swing. There's an article on him. I believe it was in the off season that Fangraphs did. And they asked him a question and he's like, I've had the same swing since I was 10 years old. And I was like, yes, feel like vindicated that. Right there. Like that. And all he's trying to do is barrel up, and he has some interesting thoughts, like in the box. He goes over it like in great detail. And basically, he says, you know, I don't want to ever have the same swing, which I love. He goes, I want to have the same setup, and I want to have like kind of like the same toe tap and kind of, you know, my pre-swing, like my load and my approach, same. But my swing is going to be different because all the pitches are different. I'm like, dude, that is music to my freaking ears. He says, yeah, I want to approach the fastball to the opposite field. You know, if it's you know, I want to go to the left center gap, and then any off speed stuff, I just think about pulling down the line, which is an interesting thought process, but it works for him. What do you want to talk about with this guy? Like barrel to the ball, he's one of the best at. Swing decisions, he's one of the best at. Like does not chase pitches, and he's got juice for a smaller guy. A very compact, tight swing that's going to allow him to be consistent with it. He's got juice. He wanted to improve his bat speed. He said the Tigers have been basically hands off with him. If he needs something, he goes and talks. He said the one time I really asked him for something was I wanted to improve my bat speed. They gave him a bat speed program to kind of help him with his power, and the rest is history, man. This guy is a boring hitter. I made boring a 2-syllable word. You did. Right there.
I got confused for a second.
I was emphasizing that he just is a natural hitter.
Born
when
hitter.
You see those guys, you're like, all right, just go do your thing. I'm happy the Tigers have been hands off on him because the product it's real nice. The Tigers got a good one.
Boring hitter.
Thought
it was a little Lord of the Rings. Thought you were
I'm looking right now. How many hitless? Oh, you know, the Jimmy effect is really good on this. So right. Not on base whatsoever. I don't know what he calls that stat. There's one.
Empty games.
I
think an 0 for 4.
One. I have 23 games played.
Yeah. So a couple updates for the people. I think I have hit the point that I'm calling myself old. And what that's allowed me to do is really like the young ball players. My two favorite players in the game.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Because for a few years I was still fighting it, and I liked the guys that were older than me. And I was like, look at these MFers. Look at Edwin Encarnacion still holding the parrot around the bases. Now, McGonigle has been such a fresh breath of air. Man, I want so many players to play like him. For everything you said, dude, it's not a swing every time. It's get the barrel on it. Like, everything you said about the swing, no. Your load, your setup, I love all that. His defense, man, he's a ball player's ball player. And him and Denzel Clark are my two favorite players to watch right now for very different reasons.
Okay.
But yeah, that's for anyone asking. My two favorite players right now, non-Yankees, and maybe Yankees, McGonigle and Denzel Clark.
He doesn't swing and miss, 98th percentile in whiff percentage. So naturally that comes with a 92nd percentile in K percentage. And he also takes his walks, 80th percentile there. He is a pure hitter.
He feels in control of the at-bat.
He's already a smaller guy.
Yep.
5'9".
Not that
but
matters.
He's crouched. He's in his legs,
yes.
Man. He's in those legs, and the head's not moving a ton, and then it's just quick right to the ball. I mean, it's kind of everything you want, and typically you don't get power with that. But he's got juice.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see where the final numbers land. I don't know. I could see him in the teens for home runs this year.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean,
he's really not trying.
I think
and that's okay.
He's going to be a doubles guy. I mean, he's got 1 homer on the year right now. He can do damage, but I think he's more of a gap to gap guy at this point when he's 21 years old.
Right. That's the other factor there. The guy I just want to highlight on the way through, I don't think we're going to have time to talk Dalton Rushing today because I still don't even know how to process that. I was joking with you beforehand about doing a fake Chris Rowe segment. Will Dalton Rushing send Will Smith or Shohei Ohtani to the bench? I don't know. That seems tough. Both sides.
No, he'll send Will Smith to the bench. He'll send Freddie Freeman to the bench. They're going to have scheduled off days. Chris Rose pushed back, said Freddie Freeman wants to get to 3,000 hits.
Great.
So he wants to play all the time. I just think that Dodgers will do that. Dalton Rushing will go to first, give Freddie scheduled off days for Will Smith. I don't see him DHing unless it's a DH on a Shohei pitch day if they decide to do that more often.
Have we seen a catcher kick to the corner outfield in a while?
They don't have room.
I know.
They got Teo, Andy, and Tucker out there. And
sit Teo against a tough righty. I don't know, but this more so is just other baseball. Like, I don't know who's like Ryan Doumit was doing some catcher corner outfield. Your guy,
Doumit, my guy,
Doumit,
my Spades partner. Yeah,
Blake Sable.
He tried it out there, dude. It wasn't
Jason Kendall.
I'll never forget. Us, it was always me and him. We were called the Shifties. We played spades together in the clubhouse against Willingham and Dozier. They were the Patangs.
Hate that.
We're playing one day, and he gets a tap on the shoulder. Hey, Terry Ryan wants to see you. And he goes up, comes down 15 minutes later. You know, we're like, what the hell, man? Like, you're ruining our game. He goes, oh, I just signed an extension. Let's go. I'm like, you.
Nice.
All I ever wanted was an extension. Never got one.
I'm sorry. That ended sad. Looks like, did Wilson Contreras get thrown in the corner for the Cubs for a little bit?
I feel like I saw that.
Maybe Schwarber a little bit too, if he counts. Interesting. Throw Dalton Rushing in the corner for a game. Let's have some fun.
Catchers that went to the outfield.
Yeah.
Tell me Joe Mauer played in the outfield one game because he did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he played right field one game.
Dalt's on it right now. This whole section was to highlight Andy Pages because he was my player. 2 games, Dalt says, for Joe Mauer.
Ivan Herrera had 4 games last year.
Okay.
For the Cardinals.
He's hunting for a position.
Who else?
Andy Pages, I don't know, man. I just felt like I got hit with an anvil with his hot start. That it was just so dumb, man. A 23-year-old center fielder doing what he did last year. The 3 worst things Andy Pages had going for him. 1, horrible postseason, and there's a lot of eyes on that. 2,
you could say that changed with 1 catch.
Oh, I like that, Trev. And a little motivation this offseason, potentially. 2, James Outman. We saw James Outman ball out for these Dodgers, and then he kind of went missing, although, hoping to spark it up in Minnesota. Happy 420. And then 3, being surrounded by everyone else on this godforsaken team, where if any other team had a 24-year-old Cuban center fielder have 27 homers, 86 RBI, a 774 OPS, you'd be like, man, what if this guy takes the next step? Well, it seems like he has. He's leading the National League in batting average. 1.5 with runners on base OPS this season. He's crushing all non-fastballs. It just feels, the test I've been doing with myself is, if Andy Pages was on pretty much any other team, how much time would we have spent talking on him during team profile and projections or guys we think might take the leap? I think a lot. But we just got blindsided by the Dodgers because we're like, they can't get more riches, right? Well, they've got a center fielder, and their backup catcher is the best catcher in baseball. So, Dodger problems.
This is all while Andy Pages is playing elite center field defense for the Dodgers last year. 11 outs above average. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm. So you get that. And what do we always say about center field? Like, hey, like, play your position. We need you to play banger defense, check. But then also, you know, if you can put up an offensive season like that, you become what I would consider an elite player, like a premium position, playing it well defensively, and then putting up those statistics. I mean, 27 homers, the way he's swinging the bat right now, like, Andy Pages is putting himself into the conversation of elite players.
Yes.
And, you know, look, you got to look at it a little bit differently. This isn't like, you know, hey, he doesn't 900 OPS. Like, he's never had that. Well, it's like, okay, but he does a lot of other things really, really well. And right now he's one dotting it. So yes, we're talking about 25-year-old Cuban. That's my thing.
Yep.
You're like Cuban, like you're diet Cuban with Miami.
We've kind of, I think you and I are bridging the gap.
We are.
Like, other teams would scoff at us because our whole minor league system would be Miami and Cuban ball players.
Just that's it. Put that in our binder too.
Good coffee.
I don't know, man. Like, it's insane, dude. Cuban coffee just gets you. What was that drink we had with Javi?
Oh my God.
It's like
Javi. Did I miss his city trip?
I don't know. You better text him. Some Cuban espresso martini. That's what it was, essentially.
It felt like we got introduced to a secret.
It was noon. I thought we were getting just an espresso to end our meal, but it ended up being an alcoholic drink.
Javi just like snapped his fingers and there was 3 alcoholic coffee drinks in front of us. And he was like, "Oh no, I'm not having one." And we're like, "What? What was this?
Was it a Carajillo? I think.
Yeah,
probably. No offense to you, Rob. But probably cooler when he said it.
Oh yeah,
because I still don't know how to say it.
Oh, Boppo was there.
Bob had one.
It was delish.
Bob was sitting next to Javi. He was getting high tea over there. Just a final Dodgers reminder on our way out. I saw Baseball Reference posted this on Instagram. So what world are we living in? Good simulation. Since May 2nd of last year, the top hitters in OPS. If you'd like to guess, you can.
Oh, okay. Since May 1st last year, top hitters in OPS?
May 2nd. There's a reason why in a second.
Okay.
Top of it's pretty chalky.
Aaron Judge. Shohei, 1
and 2.
And then how many am I guessing?
The fourth guy's the real standout here.
Cal Raleigh?
Not Cal. I think he was like 10th.
Okay.
Go
for
it. Kurtz, because Nick Kurtz got called up last year. He was 3rd. Number 4th, coming up on a calendar year. Number 4th, coming up on a calendar year. Max Muncy.
No way.
And May 2nd is the day he started wearing his glasses.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
So
dude.
Max Muncy, who has been with the Dodgers since 2018 now, who has seen Cody Bellinger come up, be a star center fielder, who's seen Corey Seager come and go, who's now watching Andy Pages and Dalton Rushing take the keys. He's over here being an absolute menace to baseballs. It's disgusting.
I've always said, like, if there's one guy that can carry an offense just out of nowhere, it's Max Muncy. He'll just hit 17 homers in a week. He's kind of doing that this year.
Yep.
Man, that's a good one. That's a good trivia question right there. You're welcome, Dodgers. I'm why he's in your organization. That's crazy.
Thank you, Dodgers. Thank you, Baseball Reference. Do you have any commentary on Edwin Diaz? Again, he's got some loose bodies in there that he's going to be out for 3 months or so, which I think a lot of people are just doing the spin zone of like, oh, so he'll be fresh for the postseason and feeling good. I mean, we'll see, but a definite blow to the Dodgers bullpen after he had a couple rough outings.
It's also just weird because Tanner Scott comes over last year. He stinks. Edwin Diaz comes over this year. He's hurt, But the Dodgers have plenty. Tanner Scott he's been good this year. So they have that option. Vesey has been really, really good for them. Treinen, That's not even mentioning Brusdar Graterol, who's on his way back, Brock Stewart, who's on his way back. And then, I know they keep saying Roki's not going to the bullpen. But I guarantee once we get to the postseason, Roki Sasaki is going to be in the bullpen. That's just like a guarantee, people. So they're going to be fine. I don't worry about them whatsoever. They've signed and have developed enough guys there where would you like Diaz to be healthy and be there all year? Yes. But yeah, they have that luxury, man. They have the luxury of like, all right, just get healthy and return by September 1st. So we can kind of get you back into game action before the playoffs. And Dodger fans don't like when we say that, but like, is it not true?
I think Dodger fans are feeling pretty good.
Padres are neck and neck with them right now. I believe that is the same record. So like, hey, yeah, maybe they didn't have the bye last year. Didn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, Padres do have the same record. How do you like that? Because my fighting San Francisco Giants holding on to stock.
Okay.
We're 500 since the opening weekend of baseball.
I told you I saw the Tony Vitello interview about his off day, and it kind of brought me back in on him a little bit. Just I think I just have to accept him for who he is. He's got a little Sean McVay in him, which I like. I like my coach.
You love Sean McVay.
I like my coach. He's got a little Sean McVay where he's got a ton of energy. Tony talks a little bit more than Sean does.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, that's who he is. Looks like he just wants to get everything off his chest.
Sure.
At any given moment.
My Giants.
I don't know. I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in with a shaky hand that could be out any given moment. Trev, let's get the people out of here. It's time to look at some future baseball markets presented by Fanatics Markets. Hey, the rivalry's going on right now. I'm not sure if you know. If you like some lefty pitching, Coach Trev, which I know you do, Max Fried versus Ranger Suarez. Yum.
Max Fried has a very, very nice career at Fenway. 4 career starts there to a 2.96. So you got to like where the Yanks are at right now with that on the mound and how the Red Sox offense has been non-existent and the way they've been playing.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting depending what lenses you look at the Red Sox offense on. They can be not appealing. It's like, what can I hang my hat on?
Okay.
It's like it's kind of supposed to be Roman, and he's gotten off to a slower start. It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot to put on that young guy.
Right. And
it's a lot.
We kind of moved past that quickly. The other one we want to look at, Braves Nationals. It's also cold in Boston. I don't want to see Ranger or Fried if I'm either one of the hitters.
Okay, yeah.
Braves Nats, Didier Fuentes. Didier? We'll find out. Making his first start this season against Zach Littell. Zach Littell coming at. Here's some strikes and some meat. He has allowed 7 homers, the most in Major League Baseball this year. But I don't know. I'm excited to see the young bloke for the Bravos.
Yeah, young versus young. Nationals lineup young, flying around the bases, doing really well. This one's a tough pick for me. I don't know anything about Didier Fuentes.
Good.
I do know the Braves. We just talked about them for a whole segment about how good they are. And, the Nationals probably playing a little bit better than most people would have anticipated, although I don't know their record right now.
Second place Nats. I think I can spin that.
11-13.
I love it. Coach Trev, go check out Fanatics Markets, available now in app stores.
Event contracts carry risk of total loss and changing prices. Not good for all investors. Not available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Markets app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets LLC, DBA Fanatics Markets IB, an introducing broker registered with CFTC and a member of the NFA.
And go check out all your favorite baseball teams tonight. Everyone is checking in on the New York Mets. We've hit the point of this streak that it's like national news-ish. and let's see what goes on with the rest of these teams. Coach, you'll be here on Friday. It might be a position player pitching situation. It might be jolly bags for Jake. Hopefully the Mets win. Jesus. If not.
Everyone check in on Jolly. Send him a tweet or a post and say, Jolly, I'm sorry, man. Jake sucks.
Look at
August
this.
18th, 2011, Joe Mauer's one game in right field. Trevor Plouffe playing second base.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was before I took over third base for my guy Danny Valencia.
Is that Renee Tosoni in left field?
That's right, Canadian guy. Look at that stance right there. CC,
Big
what do you want,
CC?
CC?
Uh-oh. Hit it out of the gap, pal. Oh.
Yeah.
Going two? Oh, no. Safe. Oh.
We can't challenge it? We got to challenge that.
I thought you were in.